Okay, so at this point, if I hit spacebar, if I'm on it here, there we go. If I hit spacebar, it'll play through my thing here, like so. Okay. Kind of feel like this takes it's a little bit slow. I'd like the one to kind of start happening while the other one begins. So I'm going to click and drag across, because this is the first one here. This is the C and then the O and then E. I'm just going to pull it till about halfway. Then I'm going to grab these ones and pull these about halfway. And then I'm going to grab these ones and pull it about halfway. That way, it'll just be a little bit more dynamic. This thing looks a little bit nicer. Okay. So that's all good. So I'm happy with that. That's fine. Now, one thing I need it to do is I'd like it to restart whenever it's done. Okay, so I want it to loop in a sense. So what I'm going to do is if I click over here on the open timeline actions, so I click on this little thing here, it's going to bring up this, and these are things that you can have happen. So when it updates, when it plays, when it completes, when it stops. I want it when it completes because I want it when it gets done to basically start from the beginning. So I'm going to say when it completes, and then the thing I want to deal with is actually the playback. So I'm going to do playback, and then I'm going to say I want it to play from. So I want to start playing. In this case, it's going to be from the beginning. So I'm going to click on play from, and the thing I want it to affect is the stage, which is everything. So I'm going to double click on that. Now I can actually do this a couple ways. I can actually type in 0, or I can just write in loop, and it's just like it's one of the things that are allowed. It's like a built-in variable, okay? And that's good. So now I'll hit enter like that, or exit out of it, and you can see there's a little thing on there. Now I just want to show you this too. If I hit command enter, it'll do a preview of what this looks like, okay? Right inside the window. And there you go, right? So it looks pretty okay. Let's refresh that. Yay! So that's pretty awesome. So, hang on one second. All right, so I don't know exactly what's happening, but it wasn't looping correctly. So if you click back on this, you can open this back up and just type in 0. This for whatever reason. So now what's going to do is it's gonna play from the first the 0, which is the beginning. Okay. So now if I hit command enter, I'll pull this back over. You'll see that the animation will happen, and then it'll start in the beginning again. Okay. So that's fine. Now the other thing I want to do is this. I just want to make it so you have to hit this play button in order for it to start. Okay, so this should be pretty cool. So now we successfully obviously have this playing like that. So what I want to do is I'm going to take I want the animation, although I want it to loop, I'm going to add an action right in the beginning here. Okay, so I'm going to click the little button here to insert a trigger. And what I want to do is do playback, and I just want stop. And I just want to stop the stage. So now, I just double click on that. And so now when I hit enter and you preview it, you'll see it's not playing. Okay? Because I want it to just be stuck on this. Now, what I'm going to do is on this thing, I'm going to grab this one, and I'm going to go over here and open an action. And I'm going to say, when you click on this, and we'll do playback. It's going to be play, and it's just going to play the stage. And that'll be it. And now when I hit command enter, you'll see nothing. Why is that not working? Oh, there it goes. Okay, I don't know what's going on there. But you can see nothing, right? But if I click on this, then it plays. Yay, and then it goes to the beginning, but I click on it, so every time I click on it, it will play the animation, which is pretty awesome. Okay? So you don't have to make the buttons, or even, you can do the looping if you want, but what I do want is just for you to put some animation, some things kind of coming in screen and doing that sort of thing. I could even, make this a little bit fancier, maybe take this guy, and let me see, he comes in a little bit later, right? So I could adjust his width and height. You can see it adds width and height here. And maybe when he comes up to here, I would start off with, oh, you know, we're going to do this too. So width and height, and then I'm going to go back here. And where's rotation? Here it is. I'm going to click on rotation. All right, and we will rotate it slightly this way. And when it comes down, I'm going to rotate it slightly back. And then here we will rotate it back. I'm just going to type in 0. Right, so now it looks a little bit more like it lands. And then what I'm also going to do is here, I'm going to, you can see it's unlinked. So that way I won't do it proportionally. I'm going to I'm going to squeeze it slightly and stretch it slightly. I also want to rotate this direction a little still. Okay. So that way it looks like a stretched. And then right here, I'm going to make them a little bit wider and a little bit fatter. And then right just before it lands, we'll say here, right here, I'm going to go ahead and squeeze it a little, stretch it a little. And then here I will try to put it kind of back to where it was, which I don't remember what it was. Probably should look at those numbers. And you'll see it's got a nice little bit there. And then right afterwards, I'm actually going to add a little squash and stretch again. So have it go up a little bit, squeeze this in a little bit, and then I'll have it go back wide a little bit and squeeze this back a little bit. And now when I hit play, it'll do a little bit of squash and stretch, okay? But you can get kind of fancy with it. Yay! Okay, so I just want you to try to play around with the animation. Try to do what you can to try and make it look nice, okay? I just want to show you the interactive parts too by doing the triggers and things, but I don't anticipate you doing that. Just want you to animate like letters coming in, logo coming in, that sort of thing. Okay, so good luck.